A few days ago, a concerning new post from Lil Tay was uploaded onto her Instagram account, essentially pronouncing her and her brother's death, saying, "It is with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing." Claire, they're referring to Lil Tay. This outcome was entirely unexpected and has left us all in shock. Her brother's passing adds an even more unimaginable depth to our grief. During this time of immense sorrow, we kindly ask for privacy as we grieve this overwhelming loss, as the circumstances surrounding Claire and her brother's passing are still under investigation. Claire will forever remain in our hearts, her absence leaving an irreplaceable void that will be felt by those who knew and loved her. Before I really discuss everything, I real quick want to play catch up on Lil Tay, who she is and what her lore is, because knowing her lore is pretty important to being able to understand this story, so let's talk about it. Essentially, back in 2018, Lil Tay popped onto the social media scene, flexing anything and everything, from cars to houses to money, but the gag was that she was only 9 years old at the time.
It's Lil Tay, let me tell y'all something. This shit costs more to your rent, my toilet costs more to your rent, everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent, and see, this is my closet. Everything here will be designer, Gucci, Louis, Versace, and also, when I was 6 years old, I lived in Atlanta, and I was broke as hell. But one day I woke up, I said to myself, I ain't gonna be broke no more, so I got up and I started working hard, moving bricks, and now we be living in the hills. See that view? Y'all don't have that view, and I be holding your mama's rent. This bag cost me a Lamborghini, and I worked hard, so if y'all work hard, y'all can accomplish your dreams just like I did.
So, as you could probably guess, she took the internet by storm, gaining over 3 million followers and meeting up and becoming friends with people like Chief Keef, Lil Pump, X, Jake Paul, and 6ix9ine. Feels wrong to mention Jake Paul, Pump, and 6ix9ine in the same combo as X and Keef, but what I'm trying to show is that she was popping, especially in the hip-hop side of the internet, and she was becoming friends with all types of influencers and rappers. She seemingly also became friends with Woah Vicky and almost fought Bad Baby, like a bad Dr. Phil fever dream. Anyway, she was going viral, and everything seemed to be going well, but then information started coming out. Information contradicting everything she said. For starters, apparently her mom was a real estate agent, and the houses Lil Tay was flexing were the ones for sale, and the cars were also not Lil Tay's, as you could probably guess. I mean, she is 9 years old, but kind of shocking because I personally, and I'm sure a lot of other people, kind of thought maybe her family was rich and she was flexing their stuff or something, but guess that's not what was going on. Also, I mean, we could assume that Lil Tay wasn't the mastermind behind all of this because, once again, she was literally 9 at the time, but it came out that her brother, at the time, 16-year-old brother, Jason Tion, coached her on how to be the youngest flexor.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
No. Redo. You need to be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
You still irrelevant, like I said last time. What do I say?
Long story short, after she got famous, stuff kept coming out about how she had practically no control over her online persona or life in general. It was all controlled by those around her. And then her social media went dark. It turns out that a custody battle began between her father and mother at the time because apparently her parents, Angela Tien and Chris Hope, were already divorced, and her father didn't like what he was seeing online, so he tried to take custody of Tay, and her brother, who we now know controlled the account, decided to let everyone in on the situation and post about it, not only through a now deleted Instagram post, but also through a GoFundMe, where they managed to raise over $17,000 to save Tay from a life of abuse, claiming physical and mental abuse and saying that my sister Tay has been silent on social media for the past 3 years because of her absentee father, Chris Hope, served my mother a court order demanding control over Tay's money, career, and custody. And as a result, it was court ordered that my sister had to return to Vancouver, Canada. He also requested through a court order to prevent her from speaking out about the truth. Since then, he has stolen millions of dollars from my sister and has taken control of all of her funds. He has signed million-dollar deals and taken all of Tay's money for himself. He has spent millions buying himself and his wife, Haney Hope, a new mansion, speedboat, nice cars, trips to spas, salons, fancy restaurants, trips to Egypt, Dubai, Mexico, Philippines, Hawaii, the UK, Paris, designer clothes, jewelry / watches from head to toe. They have been living a lavish lifestyle for the past 3 years off of Tay's money. Since all this information came out, her account has been dark, with no new updates on the court case and no new posts of any kind at all. That was until she was announced to be dead, which we now know isn't even true. We know the truth because concerned people decided to call the police asking if they had any death records for Tay and her brother, and they did not. TMZ then went on looking for anyone they could find to interview, and they managed to reach Lil Tay herself. She told TMZ, "I want to make it clear that my brother and I are safe and alive, but I'm completely heartbroken and struggling to even find the right words to say. It's been a very traumatizing 24 hours. All day yesterday, I was bombarded with endless heartbreaking and tearful phone calls from loved ones, all while trying to sort out the mess." She also says, "My Instagram account was compromised by a third party and used to spread jarring misinformation and rumors regarding me, to the point that even my name was wrong. My legal name is Tay Tion, not Claire Hope." Her still being alive is obviously great news, but it raises tons of questions, which we don't have definite answers to, but there are many ideas and conspiracies. For starters, when everything went down, her father refused to make any comments on the situation, which is just confusing, because even if her father didn't want her on social media, wouldn't he not want to make his daughter be stressed out or slandered online? Her father should have spoken on everything. Keep in mind, we don't really know anything about the legal situation with Tay, only what her brother has shared, so using that as any basis or grounds for an argument or theory is kind of pointless. People online have also been mentioning how it was maybe a publicity stunt on their side. So maybe everyone was in on it, and they're just trying to draw back hype for Lil Tay, the name and the brand, which is a horrible way of doing so, but whatever. According to Ishan Gol, who is a behind-the-scenes YouTube guy that is known for being well-connected in the industry, Lil Tay was about to win her legal battle and get access back to her social media again before the apparent death hoax went live. Ishan commented on Tay's death post that about a week ago, Jason, the brother, confirmed to me that he was confident they would win the legal battle against her father and get full right over the accounts and money. Then this happens? Has me really sketched out. At the time, people were suspecting a car crash or suicide, something along those lines, but luckily, neither of them seemed to be the case. The last big theory about the hoax is that the people who hacked her were trying to drive some type of hype for a new crypto that was launching soon, Lil Tay token. For starters, it's kind of suspicious that they were planning on launching a token themed after an influencer who hasn't even been active on her own social media in 5 years, and it doesn't help their case that the CEO of the coin managed Lil Tay. Nevertheless, though, the coin launch has been delayed. It's all really confusing, but I'm just happy Tay and her brother seem to not be dead, like we were originally told. Hopefully, if Tay does come back on the internet, it's under her own supervision because she now is 14, which is old enough to be on Instagram, and hopefully her custody battle has the best possible solution for her mental and physical health. Overall, just wishing the best for Lil Tay, all around. Please don't spread any hate to anyone mentioned in this video, and thanks for watching.